Welcome to Penhurst Park. This is match week 21 of the NPL New South Wales men's as St George City take on Spirit. St George currently sitting in 7th spot while Spirit are in 11th. Nicholas Kutniak with you. What shapes up to be an absolute beauty between these two sides in the NPL New South Wales men's competition. We'll go through lineups shortly. But as I mentioned, St George, this is really a must-win game for them if they are to be any hope of making the final six in this competition. They just need to keep winning. Results do need to go their way, but they're only 3 points away from Sydney United 58, who are in 6th spot on 36 points. St George City are on 33. While for Spirit, they can't make the finals, but they can just make sure they're away from the relegation zone, which at the moment they are, and they are comfortably. So they'll be making sure they focus, obviously, on getting wins at the back end of the season, and more importantly, get ready for the next rounds of the Australia Cup and also the Waratah Cup. Lineups starting off with Spirit FC, starting 11. Christopher Marks in 1, Kyle Shaw 3, 4 Jared McKinley, 7 Richard Darko, 10 Michael Conestabbo, 11 Ollie Wigan, 13 Simon Nicholas, 16 is Ante Bakmaz, in 17 Jack Chidiak, 18 is Zachary Cianci, and 20 Jared Lum. Starting 11 for St George, Jack Kenny 1, Cameron Fong 2, Solomon John Monahan Vayaka 4, Tarek Elshan 6, Dominic Cox 8, Jason Romero 10, Costa Petratos 11, Paolo Mitri 14, Brody Clarkson 25, Louis Curry 33, Matthew Kimaleski in 99. We are underway. St George will be defending left of screen here at Penhurst Park. It is raining, as you can tell on the pictures. It's been a weird sort of day around Penhurst where the rain comes, it goes, it comes, it goes. And I think that's been the case in most of Sydney today. It's not a massive downpour, it's just a light sprinkle really. It's not heavy yet, but you expect it to be heavy at some stage. Ball comes to halfway. St George trying to work it down this right wing. Up the line, finding the target in Jason Romero. Romero will be looking to cross in, he does so. Had a target at the far post in Louis Curry, but didn't find him in that situation as the ball is played out for a goal kick for Spirit FC. St George just couldn't hold possession on that situation. So about to see the goal kick, Christopher Marks, formerly part of St George City as well. Mariners also had some time at Stoke in Nottingham as a kid. Ball was worked over halfway. Try to control it, Wigan. Being won by Clarkson. Works it across to the left. Kieran Malevsky has possession. Works it back to Tarek Elshan. Elshan's got support. Decides to get it on. And good work by Petratos back, and then eventually it was touched forward by Cox. Spirit trying to lob it to halfway. Laid down again by Elshan. It's enabled to run. Petratos, Costa, wants to cross. He's got support back. He might have to go backwards here. 2-on-1 against him. Good pressure by the captain in Jared Lum. Eventually the ball does go out. Will be a corner on this near side. Costa Petratos will take it and I'll go short. Ball's worked across. This is a chance again as Costa trying to work it into the middle, but Spirit, the fence, holding firm. Cianci works it back. Headed up by Fong. Conestabbo was calling for possession on that left side, but decided to go right, Wigan. And now it's a chance for Chidiak to lay it back. Spirit again on this right wing. Ball comes back to Kyle Shaw. Shaw working it to the left. Angie working it to the centre, and it's Nichols who lobs it forward. Going to find the target in Darko. St George need to clear. Tarek Elshan, and then headed down by Nicholas. Elshan again lobs it to halfway. Last week, Spirit having a win over the Wanderers, 1-0 at Christie Park. Prior to that, lost midweek to Sydney United 58 3-0, while St George City, they had that 2-0 win against St George FC in the derby last week. A big win too it was. The week before, or the midweek game, they lost to Apia 4-1. As Elshan again works it across the body. It's played back, Mitri, and then deep. Elshan. Cole Shaw lobs it up to halfway. McKinley, a deep ball. Now he's looking to get a cross in, Conestabbo, couldn't. Did touch off St George City, will be a corner. Our referee in charge is Michael Wiener. Alessandro Lana and Reese Edwards, our linesman today here at Penshurst Park. That rain is starting to get heavier here. As expected, on the Nick forecast, which is probably better than the bomb over the last couple of days. At one stage, they said no rain on the weekend. Well, they got that wrong. They changed it 107 times. Corner comes in. St George eventually able to stop it. Jack Kenny. Jack Kenny, a former Lamberton Jaffa, Newcastle Jet as a youngster. Ball comes down. Nichols was able to lob it down, and then Elshan just played it straight to a Spirit FC player. NWS with possession as Gianchi trying to work it into the middle. Being turned over. St George trying to win it. Win allows play to continue. Petrados works it up the line. This is Fong. Fong will try to work it in. Mitri has a shot. It's low, and Marquez, or Marks I should say, makes the save. Christopher Marks. As the ball comes back. Lets it sit Monahan Vaika to Jack Kenny. I'm worried with these conditions around, and you might notice it looks like there's flashes coming on this broadcast side. It's just the lighting here. It's not actually got anything to do with actual lightning, but just the lighting around here on this near side. So it might look like there's flashes. That's definitely not the case at the moment. The illusion, of course, is Petrados works it back inside. A chance for Romero. Romero works his way in. He'll have to backtrack it. He does cross it in. It's not a bad effort. It's headed across. St George are trying to get a shot in. Eventually the ball drops back. Petrados has possession. Goes back to Petrados on the left side. He's got Romero calling for it in the middle now. Foul goes the way of Spirit. We have got other matches on tonight. We'll go around the grounds shortly to see what's happening in those matches in NPL Men's New South Wales. Obviously, the big news before that Sydney Olympics game, that was going to be an absolute cracker too against Apia. And Cogra was postponed due to weather. It's going to be a massive doubleheader. Shame that we won't be able to get that game going, but Cogra Oval would have been the venue for that. Such a lovely ground. But as you can tell, the conditions around these neck of the woods, because we're actually not far away from Cogra. It has been a wet day. As he plays it back, Fong. Kenny knocks it forward. And the ball's going to come back to Christopher Marks, who works it up to halfway. And the ball will eventually go out. Fong doing the right thing. Fong will be looking to find Romero. Romero works it back to Fong. Ball goes out. Romero a couple of weeks ago against Wollongong, probably not the best of performances. Didn't start last week, does today. Jason Romero, who Has spent some time in the A-League. The US boy. And Jason Romero spent some time at FC Tucson. Away, Apia. And of course, as I mentioned before, MacArthur in the A-League. Throw to be taken by Spirit. No real control by Spirit to work something on as Romero has possession. The ball is always going to go out. So Costabo will allow the throw to be taken on this near side by Nicholas. And Nicholas will be looking to work it forward. Then straight down by Fong. And control again by Petrados. As I mentioned, they lost here at home a few weeks ago. St George 2-0 against Wollongong. Wollongong picking up a vital 3 points for them, and for St George it was one drop because they had so many chances in that game. As Nicholas again will take the throw. Spirit, it's been another interesting year by them. As Nicholas looks to cross that in. Darko can't get to it. Romero trying to hit it. Comes down the left wing. And this is a good chance for Mitri, but he can't control. But still, Petrados has a chance. Mark's great work. He made himself large in that situation. Ball comes back by Chianci, I should say. It drops back to be taken by Monahan Vayaka to Kenny. And Kenny goes back to Monahan Vayaka. A former Ranger, working it low. Mitri, he's got support in the middle. Romero wasn't happy with that service, went nowhere near him. You can see him remonstrating straight away. 11 minutes into this one, no score. Ball goes over halfway. Well, Elchan nearly made a bad error at the back. He has made a bad error. A chance at squared in. Oh, Darko, fantastic. The ball by Ollie Wigan was superb. But Richie Darko's come across to take the shot. It was squared in beautifully. And it'll be interesting to have a look at this because they set it up at the back. And as I said, Tariq Elchan makes a mistake. Ball was lobbed up. Tariq Elchan backtracks, can't get to it. Wigan wins it, squares it up, and Darko scores a lovely goal. So 1-0 to Spirit FC to open their account tonight. Could that be the turn-up for the books? It's been interesting, though, St George City at home of late. Yeah, I said they were trying to build a fortress here, but it's starting to drop a little bit over the last couple of weeks or so. Maybe it's one caller that's doing their games that's the curse or something. Or is it the journo? Maybe it's both. Marks works hello, Joey Russo working with us tonight, which is great. A great man as the ball is worked up the halfway. Darko can't get to it. I know that Mickey Brock is tuned in to listen to and watch the broadcast. Good game tonight in the making. As I said, it's so important for St George, and they're on the back foot at the moment. But to make the final six in this competition, and everybody knows how this final series this year, to make what will be the longest NPL New South Wales season on record. But it's going to be a fascinating back end. Can't wait for the announcement, obviously, in a few weeks from now, at least. We'll find out grand final venue. That'll probably be closer to when the final series does start. Some good options along the way. Some great facilities around Sydney. Of course, one of the big things is the flag does go up for the indiscretion, as it now all jams in the middle. So they are all pushing and shoving here. It's really a circus. That will be tamed by Michael Weiner, who won't take that rubbish. it's intriguing because having a look at what happened, Darko was pressured. That's not the situation, obviously, but as the St George player and the Spirit player both just collide, and then for some reason Jared Lum, who is the captain of the side, started pushing, and you gotta be careful in that situation. You are a leader of the team. You don't want to get involved in that stuff. The foul goes the way of Spirit, as a yellow card's been given in the process as well. So, yellow card. And I think that might be Kieran Malevsky. We'll get confirmation on that shortly. The ball has worked towards the edge. The box, it comes back. Ball's played out, will be a St George ball. Akmar's coming out to defend. Yellow card's going either way as well, I think. Get those confirmed shortly. Elshan, the captain, working it down the right side. Played forward. Played down by Elshan. Goes back to Cox. Cox utilising Monahan Vayaka. Monahan Vayaka slips over. Geez, you've got to be careful in that situation because the pressure by Conestabo. Dimitri taken down the challenge. Chidiak's tackle. And it will be a foul going the way of St George. What a lovely chance here for City. Taken with a lot of vigour. And did get a touch too of Marks. But Jason Romero, geez, he's got a boot, doesn't he? Like, he can hit one. And if he can get it low, I reckon there's a goal coming from the dead ball like that. Go through scores shortly of the other matches on NPL New South Wales night as Marks punches it away. Comes back for Fong, who works it low. It's touched across. And Louis Curry stepping over, taking a nice cross towards the far post. It drops down. Oh, good defence by Spirit. Marks can't punch it. Got to be careful, Spirit, here. Ball's lobbed up by Mitri, but Marks comes back in the right position to stop it. Fascinating play there because this is another situation of St George City going very close to scoring, and the last pass or the last effort's just not going their way at the moment, which is something they'll work on throughout the night because you do feel like this one's got the hallmarks of a cracking contest. As now Curry works it to the left. Kieran Malevsky back to Clarkson. Clarkson a low ball to Cox. Cox can't really spin back yet. He eventually goes back to Elshan. Got some points a few weeks ago in the Player of the Year awards. This ball goes out for a throw on the near side. So Simon Nicholas to take the throw on the near side. Ball goes down. This is a chance for Clarkson to go to Fong. And spinning around is Petrados. He lost possession. That's good work by Lamu, was really trying to get Spirit going forward. All played back by Petrados. Elshan right side. Fong, nice touch. And Petrados on the right wing. He has a half-hearted shot cross that's saved by Marks. It was probably more of a cross, but nobody at the far post. Again, that's going to be the concern as Darko is taken down. Foul goes his way as well, and a card will be given. No card yet. Just watching Michael Weiner, who is our official today. Good to see Michael Weiner back refereeing. I know he had a torture time trying to get back to refereeing last year. He had some injuries. I don't know, it's back from memory. Can't tell. I was going to have a chat to Michael Weiner earlier, but I think I hit a nerve when I tried to call him out. Call his name, and I don't think he noticed it was me. Or maybe he did. Ball is worked back to Elshan. Goes back to Fong. Fong works it to Cox, but he can't get to it. That's a nice touch again by McKinley. Still couldn't do much with it, Spirit. And it's on the right side again. Played up by Petrados. It's a good ball to Curry. Maybe spins a little bit to the left, but still a chance from the set up here, St George, but can't. Malevsky. Oh, that challenge on Darko. You've got to be careful in that situation. Monahan Vayaka. He'll squeeze it back to Clarkson. Brody. Former Shark. Laying it to Kenny. And Kenny does utilise Tarek Elshan. So 1-0, Wollongong lead Hills after 28 minutes. Marconi 1, Sutherland 1. That's after 30. So only 2 games on besides this one. Of course, tomorrow we've got a spate of games. Last night, Manly defeating Central Coast 2-0. And we have got action tomorrow. Blacktown City, Rockdale, Sydney United 58, and St George FC, Wanderers and Sydney FC doing battle. So all those games live and free on Football New South Wales YouTube. As the ball comes back to Monahan Vayaka, back to the left to Kermalevsky. Be interesting how they set up here, St George. They've had most of possession. And again, I go back to a stat that's not officially a stat, but my stat, that the team with most possession usually are the team down the scoreboard. And it's a funny thing saying that because you expect the team with most possession to have the goals, but it's always against the run that, or the counter, that you're seeing goals scored by the team with less possession. We saw that before. Do mind you, Tarek Elshan, he had to be careful in that situation. He couldn't get back quick enough as now Wigan sets it up. This is a lovely chance, spearing down and goal, and another. And Ollie, well, I've got to say, Michael Conostarbo, again in the right position, but Ollie Wigan's ball is a superb ball. And this is what Wigan does so well. We'll have to have another look at that because they set up quite nicely here. And again, it's sort of one of those against the run of play, Spirit win the ball, and then Wigan gets it on. And again, Conostarbo, it's a nice touch. It's a lovely touch. And it's 2-0 to Spirit. Do I dare say it's the most dangerous lead in football after 22 minutes? It's very early in the game, but I will say it. Michael Conostarbo, the goal scorer. So the ball comes back. Tarek Elshan is waiting for possession for Monahan Vayaka. Does apply that ball to Elshan. Ball drops down the left wing. Nicholas to halfway. Ball is going out for a throw on this near side. Elshan takes the throw. Monahan Vayaka is in position. Again, Monahan Vayaka. He's got support. He will decide to go left. Again, it's all well and good to have position, but you just can't play it in your own half. Spirit, though, they'll try to apply some pressure. The ball comes back, has to be played back by Chidiac, and it's played downfield by Marks. Hit it back. A couple of head tennis going on. And then played down by McKinley. Trying to hold court here, couldn't. Spirit. Darko has it again. Cox trying to win it, couldn't. Darko, good ball. Well, Wigan couldn't get to it though. But the idea was good. Really like the idea that they were trying to utilise. Ball go to the favour of St George here. So City have the foul go their way. Mahan Veka utilising Elshan. Elshan to the right. Petrados again. Going forward. Mitri's going to come back. Kirill in those orange boots. Works it up. Oh, this could be a worry. The ball does go back. It's a chance again. Spins around. Petrados again. It's saved by Marks. You know what's funny? You watch it and watch the skill of Petrados spin around to take the shot, and then you watch Marks make the save, and it was effortless. It's amazing to watch that sort of thing. And you almost think, well, wait a minute, am I watching the same shot? Because the skill, and again, it was great skill by Petrados, but the way Marks takes it, just comfortably. I will say, and you probably have noticed with my commentary over the years, that I do like to defend keepers. I did play keeper as a kid, badly, but I did play keeper as a kid. And I like defending the keepers. They do a great job as it's played across by Shaw. Backmars. Chance again here for Chidiac, who goes back. Backmars. Backmars working it forward. Here they come again. Chidiac trying to work it back inside. Cox stopped it for St George. Clarkson. Kirill St George again can't do anything with it. Ball goes back to Marks. Marks utilises Shaw. Shaw comes back to the left to Nicholas. Nicholas up to halfway. Wigan couldn't get the pass across. Clarkson was able to tap it back. Manahan Vayaka. And then the ball on by Elshan. Clarkson and Elshan again. He works it up to halfway. Can't control it there in that situation in Romero. As it comes down, it's Fong again, who's got Romero. Romero wants to cut back inside. Nicholas trying to say that it was touch last for St George, but it was touch last by Spirit. It will be Fong to take the throw. Fong goes to Romero. Romero was beaten. That's great work by Conestabo, who scored that goal before, as Darko works it upstream. Trying to head it down. Zianchi. It comes back to Elshan, and Elshan decides to will it down to Kirill on that left wing. Works it up over halfway towards the edge of the 18-yard box. Petrados again trying to find somebody at that far post. Nobody there. And it will be a throw to Spirit. I think that's the key thing. Again, as I say, the opportunities they're setting up are just not finding anybody. They've had so many balls to try to find that left stick, and it hasn't happened yet. But you can see they are creating and building the chances, just not going their way yet, but they will. You can't fault St George for creating, and that's the important thing. Elshan plays it down. Cox will try to turn it around. Cox has got support on his left. He wheels it on to Kirill. He's going to work it upstream. Again, let's see what Curry can do. He worked it back, and then it's worked forward by Cox, and then crossed in. Probably the best of balls in the world. Dimitri is taken down as Darko again. A foul going to Spirit. A cool night, but not a cold night. I haven't got the big jacket out, which means it's not that cold. Do mind you, I'm wearing a long sleeves shirt, then a polo shirt, and then a jumper, and then a jacket. So I was going to wear the big jacket as well, but I thought it's not going to be that cold. It's funny how in Australia when we talk about weather, we talk about jackets. In jackets? Oh, I'm wearing 2 jackets today. Oh, it's just a jacket and a vest or whatever it may be. That's how we talk in weather speak. All goes towards halfway. Spirit will have possession. Spirit have played well, and what Spirit's game plan is, in my opinion, it's a game plan of a side knowing how to steal an away victory. You come to home turf, you're not penetrating as such, but you're scoring off the counter, and that's what they've done basically. Scored off or broken play. That's probably another way of saying it, and they've done very well. Spirit really have enjoyed the way they've played this game so far. As Romero's got possession again, Romero's going to lay it back. Kuri's got it on that left wing. Again, Kuri's going to tap it back to Kieran Milevski. Kieran Milevski had a couple of defenders on him. Kieran Milevski's able to beat them, but wasn't able to get a cross in. Again, that defence is strong. Kyle Shaw will be looking to help out, but that was Backmars on that situation with that. As Cox is trying to play it down, couldn't. And it's lobbed up by Lum. He's chasing Wigan, but can't get to it. Kenny's actually headed it down. He's headed straight to Lum. Lum, luckily for St George, isn't able to control. Petranos back inside the Cox. Cox goes to Fong. Fong has got support. Was nearly taken from behind by Nichols. Nicholas was nearly a good effort. Fong now cuts inside, works it back. A shot! Again by Mitri. Will be saved by Marks. And I probably went a little bit too far off already, thinking that was going to give Marks pressure, but Marks is like, what pressure? Like, I just stopped it. It's like watching the West Indies back in the 80s, in the 90s, when the ball would go straight to them for a bowler to take a caught and bowled, and they wouldn't even move. Like, it's like, yeah, I've got it. Yeah, it's sweet. Got a wicket, and nobody would know what's happening. Left wing, and he's calling for Mitri. I wonder if they do go Mitri. Cox is also calling it. The shot, again, did deflect off Spirit. Romero, again, does that. He had so much room, he had time. But as I said, he had a couple of players with him, but didn't utilise them. So corner to be taken on this near side by Romero. Romero works it in and out swinger. It comes back to Fong, who tried to have a shot, did shuffle off the foot of Conestavo as offside flag is up. Elshan tried to beat Marks with that ball, but as I said, the flag was up, and it will be a Spirit ball. So Penshurst Park, the venue here, we're situated basically on King George's Road, or just off King George's Road. It's a lovely facility, this venue. I do rave about it every time I get here, but I love watching games in this stadium, especially at the grandstand. Even though you look at the way the grandstand and where the line is on the near side, the sideline, but it feels like you're close to the players, even though it might not look like it, but it feels like it at times, especially if you take one of the front areas of the grandstand. It's a great viewing ground, and they've done a great job with this facility. Spirit, though, let's see if they can go on with the job, as Elshan just absolutely pushed it deep, but going wide to the left. Kutniak with you tonight on New South Wales, or Football New South Wales on YouTube. And a reminder out now, if you do subscribe, or if you haven't yet, subscribe to one of the great podcasts. It's called Kickoff, the official Football New South Wales competitions podcast. Covers all the NPL New South Wales men's, women's action, plus Football New South Wales leagues in men's and women's, and it's a fantastic podcast. There's trying to work his way in was Petrados. Darko will have to clear it, and he does. Some of the interviews that were on the new edition, Siobhan Edwards from the Stingrays, Jack O'Brien, the Job from Blacktown City, plus Chris Payne from League One Men's Bankstown City. It's great chats, and I do recommend have a listening to that. Of course, you can download it via Spotify or Apple Podcasts or wherever you do subscribe to podcasts. I don't know if they still do an RSS feed. It's going back a bit. Ball's worked low by Kieran Malevsky. Comes down. It's played across. Idri again tried to get a good shot away. Pachanos played it down. Again, they're setting up and it's great pressure. But Spirit just cool, calm and collected. And that's what is important to note, how cool, calm and collected they are. 34 minutes into this contest. It is 2-0 in the favour of Spirit. Nicholas Gutniak with you. Goal scorers repeating Richard Darko and Connor Starbo. And around the grounds on Football New South Wales YouTube, it's 1-0 Wollongong in the 43rd minute against Hills. Marconi 1, Sutherland 2. Oh, hello. After 44 minutes, Sutherland 2, Marconi 1. If they win that game, Sutherland, that will be a great shock. Sutherland, of course, have been playing some good football recently or getting some good results. Get back to that in a second as the flag is up for offside. Marconi on Wednesday night, that catch-up game. That was amazing, that victory. 9-0 against Rockdale. I tuned in and I was looking and thinking, what is going on? Some of the stories coming through, it's the biggest result in a long time against the team that came first or were leading the competition. Yeah, amazing. And it wasn't the biggest result of the night. I think there was a under-20s women's game or reserve grade game that had a big score, but it was a massive result for Marconi. And at the moment, they're not quite backing up in that one. Ooh, geez, that will be interesting what the call is from Wiener. Nothing. He just says it's going to be a throw, but it was very close around the head region. Obviously, he was going for the ball. Fong. Got to be mindful. Cianci was the one chasing for it. As now Petranos. That's good skill. Nicholas's tackle didn't quite execute the way he wanted it to because Fong was able to work it to Kieran Malevsky. Rain starting to ease its way back here to Penshurst Park. Worked across the face and Mitri can't get to it. Will be a goal kick on this near side. On this cool June evening. Yesterday was or is it today, the summer solstice? The winter one. I think it's today. It is today. No, yesterday. Yeah. So it's the 21st, not the 22nd. I've got to remember that. I always think it's the 22nd. Yeah, okay, in Europe. Joey's reminding me, yeah, technically in Europe it isn't. Or was. Yeah. In America it was. Actually, it still is in some parts, I think. Or is it beyond midnight? I don't know. Why are we talking about time zones from America? Anyway, the ball drops down. It goes to Monahan Vayaka. Clarkson's able to penetrate it left. Good pressure again by Spirit. Connor Starbo's got it, but Clarkson's able to square it across, or spear it across. There's again, they have it on halfway here. Foul's going to be given towards St George, and a yellow card given. Just want to watch that. So, yellow card given to Chidiac. Just wanting to see what the call would be by Michael Wiener. Just watching. Yeah, he's got to be careful with that challenge. Just having a look at the screen. A little bit careless on that side, but you're just going to be mindful more so. Right side it goes to Fong. Fong trying to work it back inside. Romero's got support, but again the Spirit defence equal to the task. El-Chan trying to work it forward. Ball played back by Spirit. It's diced across by Clarkson and then worked up by Monahan Vaeka. Kyle Shaw's going to let it go back to Marks. Working the 39th minute at Penshurst Park. NPL New South Wales men's Saturday night football. Hope you're enjoying this game. And you'll be able to see all of the action on Football New South Wales on YouTube. Oh, geez, Fong. I don't know what he was trying to do. The ball's been played back. Oh, it's worked on the Darko. Oh, good save by Kenny. He was large in that situation. But again, Wigan was the man that was able to get the ball. He's had a couple of good assists today. If Wigan is not near a 3-point performance tonight, I'm not here. Because he has set up some good chances. And again, the ball dropped back to him. And Darko nearly had a second in a similar situation. Corner to be fired in. Outswinger. Back. Spears wide. Struggles trying to cut back inside. Good pressure building by Backmaz. Cox. And played forward by Romero. Cox again. Trying to turn around there, Mitri. Couldn't. And at the end, it'll be Clarkson. Clarkson taken down on the halfway. Marks. Over halfway. Ooh. El-Chan there. It was like a slippery dip, the ball going over his back to Kenny. I was just watching the way it just came down. Bit of jamboree action as the ball goes out. On that occasion, he did control the action. I had to go there. I had to go there. So, we're about to see the St George side look to set up. The flag does go up again for a Spirit ball. Milevsky working it upstream, touching off Spirit. Kieran Milevsky playing senior football here, but as a junior, Sutherland. He spent time at St George FC, Bankstown, and of course at St George City. Matthew Kieran Milevsky. Petrados beaten by Nicholas, but Cox is able to get to it. Again, Romero has it. Romero's got support. Fong on this right side. I'm trying to tap it back in. Nicholas played it straight to Fong. He crosses it in. The flag was up. So it will be a Spirit ball. Was watching that right-hand side. McKinley was able to let it go back to Chidiac. Chidiac now to McKinley. Will have to cross it in. It's a low ball. And a shot's fired in by Wigan. Comes back. Conestomo's got a double. In fact, on that left-hand, so it wasn't Conostab. I was expecting him to be there. It will be in Zach Chianchi. Zach Chianchi scoring the goal. So he was able to get it down the left-hand side. I was expecting, again, as I said, to drop back, and they were both there, both the bodies, and I thought initially it was Michael Conostab, but Chianchi got himself in a decent position. And it's 3-0. Spirit leading this and leading it well. Trados. Ball does roll out. Ball comes down. Trados back and Fong. Clarkson. Good work again. He cuts through Chidiac. He works it left. Now, Wigan was trying to beat the defence. It comes back. Ball from initially Chianchi. Comes back to him by Conostab. Foul given. Chianchi taken down. Ball goes out for a throw on that far wing. We're in injury time now. Half-time, 3-0 the score.
Half-time,
St George City trailing Spirit in what has been an absolute Spirit show. Goal scorers, Conostab alongside Darko and Zach Chianchi. St George have created chances but just haven't been able to put one in. 3-0 the score, half-time will break. We'll come back with the second half shortly. Back here at Penshurst Park, it's 3-0. Spirit leads St George. In what has been domination of attack, really, from St George City, even though the score is 3-0 Spirit. Spirit have scored 3 good goals. Goal scorers of Conestavo, Darko and Chianchi. So we're about to see the start to the second half here at Penshurst Park. Conestavo in the middle alongside McKinley. On the way. Ball was worked forward by Lum. Wigan trying to control, can't. Ball touching off Spirit last, to the chagrin of Nicholas and co. Throw taken, cleared away by Lum. St George will be looking to push forward in the early stages of this second half. Trados had it, goes to Romero. Romero trying to roll forward. Ball was pushed out, then played down. Monahan Vaika. Goes back to Cox. One by Spirit. Trying to work it up the line, but couldn't. Michael Conestavo touching it off St George. Well, should be touched off Spirit last for St George throw. Throw taken. Cleared down by Monahan Vaika. Pressure again building. Karamilevsky has it on the left. Karamilevsky toe pokes it across. A chance brewing again, but well, Petranos again couldn't control it. Still alive as Monahan Vaika spears it on to Karamilevsky. Karamilevsky working up the line. Shut down straight away by Spirit. Clarkson's coming across as well as Wigan for Spirit. Wigan wins it. Wigan again will look to chip it forward. He goes himself. It's wayward right. Misses. Score remains 3-0 to Spirit. Played down by Monahan Vaika. Now it's Elshan. Back to Monahan Vaika. Elshan. Cox. Now goes to St George. Vaika. Karamilevsky on the left. Karamilevsky trying to beat Darko, does so. Karamilevsky now trying to go forward. He goes to Romero. Romero trying to work it back. Darko played it down. Goes across from McKinley. And back pedal to Elshan, and Elshan utilising Kenny. Scores around the grounds quickly while we've got a moment. It is Hills 0, Wollongong 1, and Sutherland 2, Marconi 1. Both games in second half action, approaching the 60th, or on 60th minute. Going back. Played away, Kyle Shaw. A bad effort. Goes wayward at the end. Score remains 3-0 to Spirit. Played deep by Marks. Again, some pushes and shoves happen. Michael Weiner comes in to control things. Worked up towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It comes back. Can't get onto it is Backmars, and then Backmars starts pushing and shoving, and this is where, again, it's been happening all night. Both St George and Spirit, and now they're again all coming in, and Michael Weiner needs to control this again. There will be cards given here. You would think. Well, he just tell them one more time and that's it. Wait a minute. He's calling out one player. This will be Backmars. Yep, and there it is, a yellow card given to Backmars. It all came across. Just poor. Now, I think he's given that one to the keeper as well, Jack Kenny. Go back to Kenny. So Michael Weiner says go back to the mark and take it. Working it to the left to Malevsky. Malevsky works it over halfway. Trying to get on to the end of it is Curry. Curry able to beat the defender. Works it back inside to Romero. Romero spinning back to Curry. Curry now on the left channel. Looks the cross in. He does so. Good save made by Marks at the back. Marks working it low. Wigan. Working it upstream, but couldn't find the target. Kind of Starbo on that situation. All cleared out again. Very careful down that side, especially some of the cars coming past. You think it's a nice quiet street, and then there's a football game going on. Imagine living in the units. Actually, you know what? If you're living in the units, you'd be annoyed that there's trees in the way. Because you'd be thinking, I want to watch the football instead. Can't see it because of the trees. Possession now for St George. Foul called. Wasting their time a little bit here, looking to set up. Fong will work it upstream. Headed by Spirit. Kirimalevsky couldn't get to it. Romero's going to backpedal for it. Trying to get a touch on Kirimalevsky. Nice ball on by Curry. Mitri back in the middle. Spins around for Petratos to get to it. Petratos works it back inside. And again, couldn't control Romero. Played out by Romero last and will be a goal kick. Comes back. McKinney to take this goal kick. Works it over halfway. Chidiac trying to work it into the middle. Bounces down. Call the handball going the way of St George. Or going against St George, I should say. Spirit ball. To be taken by Lum. Works it deep. Ball goes out. Throw taken. Cleared by Monahan Vayaka. So Lum takes it. Darko controls. He's got pressure on him. Ball does go out for a goal kick. This left side, Kirimalevsky. Torontos can't get to it. Cox able to chest it down. Cox trying to get on to do something with it. Fong works it back inside. Petratos is there. Petratos now looking to go himself. He's going to try to lay it back, can't. One again as Cox trying to work it in. Flex off Spirit. Darko trying to clear it forward, can't. Ball's played across to Kirimalevsky. Kirimalevsky wants to lay it back inside. Kirimalevsky can't. Darko was on him. Pressure building. Ball goes out for a throw on this near side. Kirimalevsky takes the throw. Clarkson. Right across, and here's the shot by Cox, but again it's saved by Marks. Will be a corner. So at the 60th minute, 3-0, Spirit lead. To no avail, will be a goal kick. Marks to take this. Burden up to halfway and over it goes. George trying to backpedal for the football, can't. Head out again. Chance again here for Spirit. Wigan playing it back. Lum back. Okay, can't get to it. Cleared by St George. Marks booting it forward. Oh, Conestabo! Good save. Kenny had to go low to save it, but there's another goal coming for Spirit. You got the feeling anyway. Comes firing in, goes over the top of everybody. Lum to take this one again. In swinger. That goes every which way except the goal. And it will be a goal kick. So Sutherland, I think, have won the game. Or they're leading 3-1, I should say, after 75. Sorry. 3-1 after 75 against Marconi. Wollongong 2, Hills 0. Scores coming in at those games. This one here, it's 3-0 Spirit. Lum working it across. He's taking down the challenge, Chidiac. Ball worked upstream. It's past Elshan. Wigan has to find support. Can't get a good touch on. Elshan's going to come across for it. Elshan just on halfway. He's got support on the left-hand side. Puts it up the line. Oh, here's a chance. Mitchell let it go to Curry. Curry low and it's in. So they pulled one back, St George. As Curry scores, and it's 3-1 at Penshurst. Come back to halfway. Plum. All headed out for a throw. Again for Spirit. To do something here. Lead this by 2 goals. George going forward, Romero. Oh, that challenge on Chidiac. And here we go, Kieran Malevsky. That's a yellow, and yeah, that's a second yellow, so it's a red card. Matthew Kieran Malevsky's night's done. Tarek Elshan just says, go, mate, you've got to go. That's the call. Elshan now having a chat to Michael Weiner. Kieran Malevsky chats back, but that is his night. They're down to 10 men. So Chidiac will get some treatment. So around the grounds again we go. I can tell you that it's 3-2 Sutherland's lead Marconi. Wollongong 2, Hills 0. Both games in the second half. Shaw working at left. Goes to Chidiac, who lays it back to Lum. Lum works it forward. Darko is running on for it. Curry's on him. Darko, was handball called? No. Darko trying to win it. Flag does go up. He takes a shot. The flag was up. Was Curry before scoring his 3rd goal for the season. Also for the season, it was Conestavo's 2nd goal. Chianchi scoring his 2nd goal as well. And Darko his 2nd. So interesting to note as the ball spears across. Cox can't get to it. Played forward by Spirit. George down a man here. And they know there's going to be a lot of pressure against them here. Corey, Darko on him. Corey back. Anahan Vaika. Kenny. Corey. Clarkson. Curry. Sean Clarkson back. Monahan Vaika. And again, spearing through. That's Curry. working the 70th minute. 3-0, 3-1 the score, 3-0 was at half-time. Spirit leading this one as the ball is touched across. Challenge calls for a foul, going the way of Spirit. Constable taken down. There's to McKinley. Touched off by Chidiac, back to McKinley. McKinley going back. Backmars on the left side. Spirit have possession. Nicholas going back to Backmars, who works it down low, and it's been won. Played out again. Touching Spirit in the process. Fong will give the ball to Spirit. Will have the chance to pull another goal up here. Nicholas to take the throw. Headed by Elshan. Down that right side for St. George. Cox playing it upstream. Down a man. Karen Malevsky out. Second yellow-red. Monahan Vega up the line. Played by Carl Shaw. Referee blows his whistle. Play comes to a halt. So it looks like Curie, his night's done. He's making his way to the sheds. Change has been made for St. George. Trying to work out who's on. I think it's Nathan Roberts who's on now. Yeah, Nathan Roberts it is. As ball goes to halfway. Again, they're building. Clarkson's pass, and then Romero, and then Mitri goes to Roberts. Roberts down the left side. Looks to work it into the far post. It's in! Hold up. Yep, they've called it. It's a goal. Petranos says, let's come back. Let's come back. They've pulled one back here to make it 3-2. This gets very interesting. That substitution was St. George before, but again, Petranos, the man scoring the goal. But we just watched that beautiful ball by Roberts, far post, and yep, going in. For a second, the way everything looked like, I thought there was going to be something called back, but nope, onside. And it's 3-2, the game is definitely back on. Roberts down the left side, trying to spear it down the middle. Fong. Roberts. Fong again, coming back. So this would be amazing if St. George can come back here. They're down a man, it's 3-2. Spirit did lead 3-0 at one stage. Curry and Petranos, the goal scorers for City. Darko, Conestabo, Chianchi, the goal scorers for Spirit. Will be a comeback brewing. Spirit have got to be mindful of what they can produce here, St George. Clarkson trying to work it to the right. The ball does go out. In fact, the official calling the indiscretion for a foul. It's an offside, so it'll be a chance again for Spirit to reload. They do need to score to stem the flow at the moment of what St George are trying to achieve. They are a man down. Milevsky out for the game. Second time this season that he has had an early shower because of indiscretionary reasons. Cleared away. Good job by Nicholas. It will be a throw on that far side. 2-0 by the way. Wollongong lead Hills. Marconi 2, Sutherland 3. Those games in the second half. Petratos. Marco couldn't do much with it. It will be played out for a throw going the way of St George. Substitutions for Spirit. So I think you'll find coming off is one of the goal scorers, Janchi. And coming on will be in Jesse Michelle. Petratos trying to reel it forward. Ball does go out. Marks playing it up to halfway. St George over halfway again. Yep, foul goes their way. Trying to go quick here. Stop and reset. Ball goes to Monahan Vayaka. Monahan Vayaka has it. Works it on. And again, Fong trying to go forward, being turned over. Spirit trying to hold control, but the ball drops back to Tarek Elshan. Elshan now whips it forward. Mitri's in position. He tries to control. Ball is speared away. Good work by Bakmaz. Ball will go out for a throw on this near side to be taken by Fong. Fong takes the throw. It's going to be tapped down by Romero back to Fong. He works it across, and again, Roberts can't control. Still going again. Fong trying to work it back to Roberts. Roberts down the left-hand side. He'll try to work it back in. Mitri tries to turn it on, but again, it's headed out by Bakmaz. So will be a corner on this near side. Wena does his shoelaces as we're about to take this corner. Oh! Very lucky for Spirit. St George giving away a foul. Now it'll be Marks the boot it forward. So it was 3-0 at one stage, now 3-2. Spirit leading St George City. St George down a man for those who have just joined us. Other games results coming through, both in injury time now. It's 2-0 Wollongong against Hills. 3-2 Sutherland's lead Marconi. Both in injury time. Time continues to tick in this one. If you ask the question, can St George pull a draw as another Spirit play on the ground? It's Wigan who gets back up. Gerardo's having a chat to the referee. Foul will be called towards Spirit. Lum to take this one. Lum works it in. It's headed across. Yes! Kyle Shaw! Kyle Shaw has made it 4-2. And Spirit have got that goal that may well be the one that wins it. Kyle Shaw. Goal 3 of the season. And that may well just be that. And will just be the one that wins the game. Yep, St George, this is a big loss for them today. They are a man down, but still a massive loss coming up. In the context of their season, they needed a win. They play Blacktown next week at Landon. That's going to be a massive contest. Play Sydney FC back here in a couple of weeks. Then it's Marconi at Marconi, and then they play the Wanderers at Penshurst. So that's their next month or so coming up. They've all played out by Spirit. Darko will try to clear. Elshan played it down. Jesse Michelle running forward. Jesse Michelle taken down. Play does continue. Michelle's going to call for it here. He's back in the middle. They're looking for a fifth goal. Spirit, can they get it? Ball comes in. Darko couldn't get the header forward. So George played it down. The right side of the field. Spirit occupying this left side. Headed down by Monahan Vaika. Clarkson. Lobbing it down the left. Headed across by Masharia, who's on the field at the moment for Spirit. Elshan played it down. Again, on the left, it's Roberts who works it up the line. Romero wants to cut it back inside. Played back by Conestabo, a goal scorer tonight. Just the sole goal for him. He was very close to scoring a second. The ball actually went around him. That ended up being scored by Chianchi. They were both together as, oh, here we go. Bit of pushes and shoves. Yellow card will be given to Ollie Wigan. Yellow card to him. Darko. And here we go. It's a chance again. Jesse Michelle will try to cut forward. Michelle spearing around. Jesse Michelle again. Lays it back. And at the end, Macharia couldn't do much with it. Played out by St. George City. So it'll be taken by Fong. It's on halfway. And again, Mitri trying to slide it across. It's a chance building up here. Take a shot. Oh, Jesse Foti couldn't get the shot to play down. He's got a second effort. Marks makes the save. I think it may have been helped by the corner of the bar, or the corner of the goal, I should say. We'll go out for a corner anyway. Score remains 3-2. Ball played in, drops down. Spirit trying to get a ball across. At the end, it was St. George trying to roll forward. Spirit was trying to clear it away, not to be. Here's a chance again for St. George. Coming across Romero. It does reflect off Spirit. Ball goes out for a corner. There's 2 minutes regulation time. St. George are rushing this. They are down a man. Ball is worked across. It's headed down by Macharia. It drops back. This is Fong. He has a shot. Oh, Spirit! It'll be a corner, but the ball was protruded back. It did touch off them. Could have made a bad errors. Now the ball, Mitri works it into the mixer. Oh, the shot by Elshan. It drops back. St. George will score. Oh, they've pulled one back, and I think you'll find it's Jesse Foti on that right side. Jesse Foti is able to score the goal. And St. George, well, it's 4-3. I don't want to say they can't come back to get the point, but you don't know. You actually don't know. So we're waiting on this Spirit player. That's why we've got a delay here. By the way, scores around the grounds full time. We can tell you that 3-3 Marconi and Sutherland ended up, and Wollongong won 2-0 against Hills. The game's coming through tonight. Manly won last night against Central Coast Mariners 2-0. Tomorrow, Blacktown City, Rockdale, Sydney United 58 and St. George FC. Wanderers Sydney FC will do battle round 21. And we can tell you that that game that was going to be played between Olympic and RPO was postponed due to weather. So that's the situation. So we're just awaiting for play to resume here. Spirit. They still don't want to be in this situation, do they? Where they can actually allow St. George to get a point. Like, you don't want to be anywhere near this. As now it's played back. Just wonder if they could do something here. And maybe something from St George on this. So here's a chance, Romero. Romero works it on. Roberts, what can Roberts offer up? He tries to squeeze one in. It comes back. Mitri controls. Mitri trying to take a shot. Again, Spirit defence is there as it is cleared away, but it will be a throw game for St George. We are in injury time. We've got 5 minutes. Well, that could be interesting. That sets up what could be an amazing 5 minutes. St George are down a man. They're down a goal. And Spirit have to be mindful. As now, on this right side, the ball will be worked forward by Alshine. It is lobbed up. It's played out by Spirit. Will be a throw on that outer side. Jesse Foti needs to squeeze around. Jesse Foti trying to work it back in. Spirit are able to work it up the line. Drops down. Michelle couldn't control it. Played back by Clarkson. Again, it's St George rolling forward. Roberts, Mitri back. And they slow things down to the left. Fong works it on. Roberts, good ball. And Mitri trying to work it back. Fong's got it. Again, it goes to Roberts. Roberts again to Mitri. Mitri wants to cross in. It did a touch off Spirit. Oh, okay. Okay. It has just touched St George in that position, so it will be a goal kick. Oh, it's starting to get really, really intriguing. It's chaos here. So it will be in Chris Marks who will boot it forward. Tell you one thing, I was having a look back at that goal before that was scored by Gianci. I wouldn't be shocked if I was right the first time that it may have been touched by Conestobo, because the way the ball was bouncing, and I don't know if there was a deviation, but it could have been close to being one. I'm hoping there is, for my sake. But will be a throw from the far side. Because I initially thought there may have been one, the way it was all bouncing around. So the ball goes out. It will be a corner. So, I don't know what they're doing here, Spirit. There's nobody forward. They're just using the goal, or the corner flag, I should say. So, the ball goes back for Kenny. He'll look to boot it forward. He's going to boot it forward. It goes over halfway. Ball plays off Conestobo. It's cleared out by, well, it's touch last Spirit. So, this will be a chance again for St George. No, it's a touch Spirit. No. Told him to go back to a mark here before the halfway. Fong takes it, goes over the top of Mitri, comes back down, needs to be cleared. Spirit's on the attack. They need to close this out. They could now here finish this for good. Wigan, ball on. Oh, at the end, Kyle Bennett, who's on the field, couldn't get to it. Kenny's going to rush this. He's going to really just boot it downtown. It goes over halfway. Romero pushed a player out of the road, gives away a foul. That's probably a wasted situation, to be honest. So Marks will be looking to boot it forward. It's going against here. St George, do they have enough time? We're basically at that 5-minute mark. Kenny's going to boot it up the halfway. Michael Winner's looking at the time. Ball goes and headed down by Masharia. Will be a throw on this near side. This will be amazing if St George can get a draw. Drama always happens here at Penshurst Park late in the piece. It will be taken by Fong. He throws it in. It's Ilshan. He works it forward. Eyes there, control Roberts. He's taken down, edge of the box. It's cleared away by Spirit. Ball will be going out for a throw near side. Fong will take it. They have to, well, I say they have to settle down, but we're close to the whistle blowing. As now, Roberts was nearly taken down by Masharia. Ball does go out. It's touched last here. Spirit, so it will be a corner. This is the last moment of the game. You would think anyway. What's the option? There's players around that 6-yard box. It comes across. It's headed down. Fody takes a shot. It's played back. It's loose. Oh, has he scored? No. Oh. Elshan nearly scored. Spirit have somehow cleared it away. Kenny, he'll clear it. It goes up. It's headed down by Romero. Drama late here. Spirit have won. Spirit have won. 4-3, but it could have been a draw at the end. Oh, by the Larry Durley. What about that? What about that? 4-3, the full-time score. Spirit have won. What was a crazy old game. A crazy old game. We'll go through the goal scorers. Now, as follows from tonight, goal scorers are Darko Konostabo, Gianchi, and Kyle Shaw. Kuri, Petratos, Foti for St George. So 4-3 the result. The other games quickly before we leave you, it was 2-0, Wollongong defeating Hills, Marconi 3, Sutherland 3, St George and Spirit winning 4-3. Manly won last night 2-0 against Mariners. Tomorrow Blacktown City play Rockdale, Sydney United 58 plays St George, Wanderers and Sydney FC do battle. All those games you'll be able to see on Football New South Wales on YouTube. Spirit play Sutherland on Tuesday night. That game you'll also see a catch-up game, and then Spirit take on the Mariners at Plume Park next week. Hope you've enjoyed the action on Football New South Wales on YouTube. We'll leave you here from Penshurst Park, where it was 4-3. A big win for Spirit tonight against St George, who are down to 10 men with a red card, or the second yellow red, or the second yellow meaning a red card for Kieran Malevsky. We say good night from Penshurst Park.